You are listening to South Florida Sunday. We thank you for being with us. We'd like to welcome back to the show our friends from Quantum House, and Maria Pumareo is here with us to talk to us about Quantum House. Welcome to South Florida Sunday.
Thank you so much for having me. I so appreciate it.
Now, to the folks who probably didn't hear our last conversations about Quantum House, tell us a little bit about Quantum House, how it all got started, and tell us about the mission of Quantum House.
Absolutely. So Quantum House is your local hospital hospitality house. What that means is we take care of families with children who are in town receiving medical care for a serious condition. And those families really could come from all over. They can come from down the street, across the country, or around the globe. And what we do is we provide them lodging and meals, laundry facilities, and things like that so that these families have one less thing to think about and one less burden while they have much bigger things to worry about, like their children and their health.
Now, are there just a handful of hospitals in the county that participate? Do you take care of families who are here for visits to any hospitals in the county? What's your boundaries?
We are. We're the only house of our kind between Orlando and Miami. So we work with all of the area hospitals. Anyone that really needs a place, as long as, there's a referral and as long as we have a room, we're more than happy to take them.
And is there a limit to the amount of families that you can help at a particular time?
Right now, we are limiting the families just due to kind of COVID and things going on in the world. We're not taking more than 18 families at a time. Generally, we have 30 rooms here at the house, and we have anywhere between 28 and 30 families staying with us.
So, it's something that folks usually don't think about. Most of the time, the attention is focused on the patient at hand, but as I can imagine, having to pull up your family roots and come from out of the county, sometimes out of state even, it's a kind of a little comforting to be able to leave the hospital and go to something similar to a home environment, and as you say, be able to prepare some meals and maybe do some laundry and things. So it's a service that seems so simple, but yet it's so valuable to families who are in need of that type of service.
Absolutely, and it's a wonderful, inclusive environment where these families have support of others that are going through things that are similar to them, and I think having that comfort of a hot shower, a bed to put their head down in, and knowing that there's going to be a hot meal for them really takes some of that edge off.
Now, how long has Quantum House been offering this service?
So we've been here in the community for 19 years.
Wow.
Next May of 2021, we'll be celebrating our 20th anniversary. And it's something that's quite extraordinary as we went from being a 10-bedroom house to 5 years ago expanding to now having 30 rooms here.
Now, we were saying at the beginning of our conversation that you were here to get us up to date on what's new with Quantum House, and you have entered into the realm of the restore, and that's a very exciting new component. It's a great way that folks can support Quantum House, I assume not only by donations of items, but also purchasing of items. So tell us about your new establishment.
Our new venture, which is really exciting. So through the midst of some challenging times, we were able to open up the Quantum House Resale Shop. It is located at 800 West Indiantown Road in Jupiter, and it's absolutely beautiful. So not only can folks drop off their loved items that are in nice condition and their dishes and their furniture, but it's a great place for folks to shop. There's lots of items that are brand new coming into the shop each and every day.
Now, it sounds like you provide a tremendous amount of services to families, and it also sounds like that type of commitment requires a great deal of funding and financial help. And as we mentioned, you have your new resale store, which is going to help. But if someone is listening and they think they might like to contribute to the great work that you're doing, and it may be a donation of what I like to call time, talent, or treasures. I'm sure you need folks to volunteer to help run the store and that sort of things. So if folks want to support all the great work being done by Quantum House, what's the best way for them to do that?
Oh, absolutely. And thank you so much for saying that because you're right. We definitely value everyone's time. They're treasures at the resale shop. And of course, monetary donations are always very much welcome and appreciated. Folks can visit quantumhouse.org and they can make a gift there. Another great way is to drop off items that are gently used at the Quantum House resale shop at 800 West Indian Town Road in Jupiter. And again, any questions that folks might have, they can reach out from our website.
So now, in addition to the generosity of the folks here in our community supporting Quantum House and also the fundraising that's being done at your resale store, to provide all the great services that you do, you need the help, a generous help of sponsors. And we want to talk about one of your sponsors right now, Velocity Credit Union.
Yep, Velocity Community Credit Union has just been incredible. The partnership that we have with them, they are so generous. They've done things like providing meals. They've done collections for us of our needs for things that we need from our wish list for around the house because as you would imagine, with 30 rooms here at the house, we need the same things that everyone else needs in their house, like toilet paper and laundry detergent, paper plates and paper towels, but we need quite a lot more of them. So they've been so wonderful to do drives for us in that capacity. They've brought by goodies for the kids around holiday time, and we so appreciate all the support from Velocity Community Credit Union.
Well, now, is there anything that you wanted to share with our listeners that we haven't discussed before we wrap up our conversation?
With it being holiday time, in lieu of in-person events that are kind of not happening at this time, they can definitely direct their eyes to our website at quantumhouse.org and search under events. We are definitely looking for support for our Sugar Plum Dreams experience, which is going to provide the children and families staying at Quantum House during the holidays stockings. It's going to provide their stay and experiences, meaning that they're going to have beautiful holiday meals and gifts for them and those that are staying here during that holiday time.
Well, good. I'm glad I asked you because I'm glad we shared that with the listeners because that's important. And thank you for all the great work that you do to make Palm Beach County actually, sounds like you're taking care of the entire east coast of the state almost. But thank you for taking care of our little area of paradise and helping to make it just that much better. And thank you for being our guest here on South Florida Sunday.
Thank you so much for having me, and thanks again to our friends at Velocity Community Credit Union. We sure appreciate this opportunity.